Hey everybody, this is Podcast of Five Rings, monthly modules for the spooktacular month of October. So we're playing if you've been listening to episodes of the podcast lately, what I've been describing as what's going to be a horror show. It's not going to be like a spooky ghost train wreck story or something, I don't know.
I think you just mean train wreck.
Yeah,
I guess
it's just going to be
scary to some people.
Yeah. If you don't know, we're playing FFG L5R Beta, a game none of us really are super familiar with the rules on, or not really many people would be. So, just ahead of time, apologies. This is not going to be as probably smooth listening experience as you're
Very much not.
as you're used to. None of us know the rules. We're going to be
'Cause
pausing
we're normally
constantly.
just perfect.
Yeah, we're converting our dice over onto Roll20. As you can see on your screen, there is a table that has our conversions and stuff on it. So we're going to be doing that a lot. So we'll be stopping and starting. I guess we'll kind of get right into it. So why don't you guys go ahead and introduce your characters, whoever wants to go first.
I'll take that bullet.
Ukraine, you.
I mean, I'll take that sword. Nobody would ever use a bullet. That'd be dishonorable. I'm gonna be playing, to my title, I guess, a Kikita Bushi named Kikita Shinsen.
That guy.
You can't figure out what clan he's from. It's from the Carne clan.
Carne Asada.
Carne Asada. He is a young man. He's kind of grown up. He's got a very personal goal, which is the ninja of following in the footsteps of his father, who was a rather ruthless person, but very effective and good at what he was job. Pragmatic to more of a benefit than a fault, I suppose. He's kind of risen up. He's trying to take on the mantle as best as he can. He's certainly had a lot of drive and passion as he's grown up, and he's put that and forged it all into honing his technique so that he could follow in those footsteps to continue to bring that kind of pragmatism to a clan that doesn't always look for that. However, his first goal, which was given to him as Lord, his Giri, is going to be seeking out a missing sensei from the Ida Academy. Man was a good teacher, had a lot of good friends. There wasn't really much problems, and then just up one night he went and vanished. So he's hoping to figure out what potentially happened to this man and then bring him back. Important part. So yeah, here's that.
Alright, who's next?
I guess I'll take next. I am playing Bayushi Mamoru. He is the second-born son to a Bayushi family, and in fulfilling the tradition of the Bayushi, he has, as being the second-born, he has enrolled in the finest Bushi school that the Scorpion can offer. And by that I mean I'm playing a Shoshiro infiltrator.
So effective, those ninja.
Yes, they are.
He is the Aramoro to his brother's Shoju. His brother Bayushi Ichiro. And ideally, and in this case his ninja, would be that he would like to serve as Yojimbo for his elder brother and to see his elder brother elevated within the Scorpion. However, his Giri that he's been told that he has to do is he actually serves as Yojimbo for his lord, Bayushi Jun. Then he's very flexible in that regard. You know, if he serves well enough, eventually he can, move on. But his biggest problem that he has right now is that in the course of serving for his lord, he kind of has painted himself as Jushin, or honest samurai, which, if you know the Scorpion, you know that this is not exactly a good thing within the Scorpion. However, he's not actually Jushin. It's just that's what he wants the rest of the world to believe, or the outside of the Scorpion clan. However, he has one of his, and I say buddy using the term very, very loosely, that has also fallen for this ruse and believes him to be not fit to be a Scorpion. And so the two of them tend to clash heads whenever they meet. And that's his longtime friend, quote unquote, Bayushi Hideo.
All right, what you got, Mal?
I have a character, Shiba Kaito, and I did not put much thought into it. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't do a lot
okay.
for
How
background
dare you,
work.
Mal?
It's okay. I bullshit most of my way through it, so.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't even know how we were all starting out until just before this.
Look at this
So,
guy,
the
wild card.
Well, his Giri is to help maintain allies of the Phoenix, which works as he's training to become an Emerald Magistrate. His ninja is to find someone to love, which I may or may not have been listening to Queen when I wrote it down. He's a bit of a romantic.
I'll put down Queen, please.
Knows enough about Rokugan to that it's find someone to love and not actually find like reciprocated love.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has a dog named Shiba Inu.
Wow.
Wow.
As his passion. Who knows how to stay down when there's trouble, because odds is not killing a dog.
Yeah. That's all I do.
Nope.
No, I'm not killing a dog. It's not even going to do
magically
anything.
disappears in combat.
dog is
Yes, the dog just goes away during combat. We're not going to deal with it.
That was
he-
not poison, no.
Dog is immune to poison. It is immune to death.
It's immune to attacking.
We can't kill this dog. Look how adorable it is.
Yeah. Okay, so I kind of asked everyone to pick kind of like something they were doing immediately because we're all starting out in the Palace of the Emerald Champion. So I believe Kato said he was a student in the Ruby Dojo. What's everyone else going with?
Student.
All students. All right.
It's a good alibi.
We learned to be magistrates.
On a side note, I almost did decide to make a seasoned character.
Yeah.
I like the idea because they have that seasoned advantage.
Yeah, I actually saw that. Looks kind of interesting.
All right, so it is late summer, just before the autumn harvests are about to begin all across the Empire. We're starting out in the Palace of the Emerald Champion. You guys are all students at the Ruby Dojo. The current Ruby Champion is a man named Utaku Takai. You don't really know a whole lot about him. He actually hasn't taught any of you face-to-face necessarily. He incorporates a lot of actual hands-on learning from people who are already Emerald Magistrates and stuff, so they can kind of impart like lessons on law and swordsmanship and all that good stuff. So, you guys get done with the lesson on swordsmanship, and you're in the Emerald, the Palace of the Emerald Champion. The sensei is a lion named Kodo Tosuke. And he bows to all of you before going off to do his various duties. You're left with a few other random students. You kind of already know each other a little bit. You've all at least been here a few weeks.
All right. Well, are we free to kind of like do our own thing, or is there anything we have to be going to in the evening?
No, lessons are over for the day.
All right, so we can finally go hit the bar.
Alright. Turns
no.
around so you can't see. I flip my mask around, put on my party mask, and then...
It just has glitter.
Best scorpion thing ever. Hold on a second. He turns away, turns back around. He's got like a party mask on. Oh my God.
I imagine it has like a little thing that you can flip up, and it looks like a party hat coming out of the top of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Suddenly sombrero.
You're the best scorpion ever. Shinsen is going to kind of help clean up a little bit.
Okay.
Seeing as how there's still some stuff to put obviously away, any stuff they were bringing out to practice with, etc.
Yeah, there's like Boken.
Jump the guys.
The floor of the dojo has to be cleaned and all
Yep.
that stuff.
So he's going to get right to work on that, and then once he's done with that, he'll probably meet up with the other two.
All right, you get like an appreciative nod from Tosuke, who, despite your craneness, at least knows that you know how to follow proper dojo etiquette.
Hey, there's one thing Crane can do.
Exactly. Okay, yeah. So I mean, it only takes you a few minutes to finish, and you meet up with other guys.
Okay. So, what are we up to today?
I'd love to clean up after all that, or clean off.
Well, that's actually
Hard day of work.
All right. So then to the baths we go.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're off.
All right, you bathe and all that stuff. Is there anything you want to do after that? Nothing interesting happens in the bathhouse. No monkeys.
Damn. Are you telling me there's no monkeys or cats?
No.
Man.
Inside joke. Oh man.
After that, I think Shinsen's just gonna go out to potentially a sake house, get something to drink, and then
Okay, yeah. There's like a small village that surrounds kind of like the palace. It's obviously under the control of the Imperials, so the peasants are actually a little bit more well-to-do since they live so close to the capital and stuff like that, and they're generally in good spirits.
And then you guys are free to join Shinsen. He'll invite you.
Sure, I'll go.
Yeah, I'd assume that probably
Maybe hit on
all
some
the
girls.
students in
Nice.
class are probably.
We're like
others.
the worst samurai.
Uh,
All right, so we'll head on out. We'll find a nice, good sake house, one that brings some fine ladies, and then see what happens.
All right. Okay.
I roll to get drunk.
Sounds like the immediate
yeah.
start of any D&D adventure.
It was low hanging.
You just had to navigate your way there, basically. Okay, now you find a fairly popular sake house / tea house. It's got really good food. It's run by the Itomo family. You guys have probably frequented it before. And you see like a couple of the Emerald Magistrates are there, a lot of stuff. Some that you recognize. A few that have given you lessons on stuff and that you might call sensei. They kind of like look at you and nod as you guys walk in. And they take your swords at the door and stuff. And there's open tables for you to sit at. There are various ladies.
Nice. I love open tables. Various ladies are nice too.
There's like a few. There's like a few fellow students. We'll say there's a Miramoto student who's a girl. We'll also go with a Seppun and a let's say a Bayushi as well.
Are any of them sitting at a table by themselves, or are they all together?
No, they're all together actually, in a weird almost mirror of you guys.
Wow, that's really terrifying.
We're gonna choose the table that serendipitously is empty right across the aisle from them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there just happens to be one.
Wow. What are the odds?
Yeah, like the waitress greets you all and comes to take your drink orders and all that stuff and goes off. And will you be having food as well, Slamas?
Takoyaki, please.
Takoyaki for Lord Bayushi.
I can't escape it.
I had to do it. I apologize. Another inside
Inside
joke. I
joke,
apologize.
I'll just have a cold soba.
Soba for Lord Kikita.
It's
And you, Shiba-sama?
None for me, thank you.
Alright. Very well. I'll be back in a few moments. She scurries off back into the back room. The scorpion, the female scorpion, her mask is very... It's almost like a weird kind of... And you know this, Mamoru, because you've heard legends of Bayushi Kachiko that you've never seen her before, but it is almost... You've heard descriptions of her various masks, and this almost seems like a not quite as skilled replication of one she famously wore at last year's Winter Court.
Okay.
She kind of like she looks at you and smiles a little bit, and takes a sip of her whatever drink she has, and whispers something to the Seppun sitting to her right.
I will return a smile to her that she cannot see behind my mask. And dip my head.
Do you drink your sake through your mask?
Has the sake come yet? I mean,
It's got a little
Yeah,
filter for water and drinks.
Yeah, it's like a minute later that she comes with your drink orders and stuff
Perfect.
and sets them down, like bows
I'm
and
gonna
walks back off again.
I'm gonna delve right into that first.
Okay.
Need a drink.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. Long day, very hard work. I'm gonna start it off with a nice, relaxing drink.
All right. One drink isn't going to get any of you drunk, so we're not going to roll there. But
Man, I'm a lightweight.
but
Roll to see if you get smashed.
it's a TN0 check.
no one has anxiety sake, right?
Yeah. No one has the flirt stat either, do they?
No, I did not.
Okay. Just making sure.
All right, let's see if I can figure out. Let's start with a roll here because it's gonna happen sooner or later. I kind of want to figure out. I want to analyze. At least I think that's what it is. I'm trying to do here with the scholar approach.
Okay.
I kind of want to figure out what it is that they're talking about over for that other group. And I kind of want to like understand like what it is that they're doing, they're talking about, their conversation that they're having. See if there's anything that we could glean off of it.
All right. Yeah, I'll give you an analyze check. Skill would be. Let's see.
Yeah.
Would sentiment maybe work here?
Yeah, I think that would be.
I think sentiment. Yeah.
All right, let's go with sentiment.
Okay, sentiment. Do I choose the ring I want to do it on, or?
Yeah, I'll give you air.
Okay, sentiment.
You're
air.
analyzing, yeah.
Okay, so
Yep.
let me look at my sheet here real fast because I do not have that shit.
So Meta is
alright.
going to roll his air ring and D6s here.
all right,
For
so
those who
that'll
don't know how the
be-
game works.
That's essentially 4 keep 3.
Yep, and then
So
he gets
that's,
1d12 as well for the skill.
1d12 plus 3d6. Let's see what we get. Oh God! Gotta do a slash roll
always got
first.
the mistops.
I always do. It's
All right,
my-
so we got a blank, a
nice.
strafe and a success, a strafe and an explosion, and
Nice.
a opportunity. So you get to roll an extra ring die.
Okay, so that's another roll. 1d6. That's a
Which
3.
is a strafe as well. So if you want to build a lot of strafe and get more successes,
guess
you can.
I want
You
to
can,
see more straps.
you can keep the blank. So what do you want to keep?
I got here? So I've got. Oh my God, this is gonna be really annoying. So I have an opportunity. I have an explosion strife.
Do you know what all the opportunities can do?
I do not know what all the opportunities can do actually off the top of my head.
For air.
I'll flip open to that page real fast.
Yep, you go ahead and do that, and we'll add up whatever Meta wants to keep here. Whatever strafe he gets, I'll go ahead
Does
and
it?
mark.
I think it. Does the opportunities change for the what it is you're trying to do and what?
I think it depends on the ring.
There's always the set. There's always one table that I know always works.
Yeah, it has like a generic list of them that you can always use.
Okay, so there's nothing from sentiment, so
It's
it would
probably
be
under the air ring.
What skill is sentiment a part of again? Good God, this is.
Sentiment is a scholar skill.
Then let's just look at the scholar ones. and see
Yeah,
what
it might
those-
be under those as well. Yeah, here we go. Observe an interesting detail about a character in the scene. At the GM's discretion, you may use this to add detail that did not or previously exist in NPC in the scene. So you can kind of come up with this if you want to.
And what was this air?
Yeah. You're extremely subtle in executing the task, and you attract the minimum amount of attention. Additional opportunity spent this way increases the subtlety of your method. So, do you want to like figure out more details that you come up with, or do you want to kind of be as subtle as possible and kind of like trying to read them and analyze them?
Let's be as subtle as possible.
Okay.
I don't really want to. I don't want to go full in with trying to create a detail for this when we just started.
Okay.
So,
All right, and then are you taking any strafe?
I guess I kind of have to.
Did
no
we
matter
know the
what I do.
TN?
Yeah. what was it?
Yeah, we'll say it's a 1.
Okay. Then I'm gonna take a blank.
Okay.
I'll take.
You also don't have to keep your explosion. I think it says you may. So, if
Well,
you
it's
roll
not
lots
like
of
it matters.
strafe, yeah.
I have to take a blank and then 2 others, so I'll take at least the. You know what? Screw it. I'll take the 5 and the 4, and I'll.
Do you have to keep all, or can you just keep
You
less?
have
than
to.
what
You have
want?
to keep what you keep. If you explode, you don't have to keep the explosion though.
Okay.
So I'll take the 1 success with the strife. I'll take the blank, and then I'll take the opportunity. But
Alright.
instead of me coming up with it, I'm gonna kind of let that just pass over to you, and you
All
can
right.
just tell me.
So
what
you
to
have
do,
one
which
strife,
I'm
correct?
Yes, I will
All right,
take
cool.
the-
I've marked that for you. All right. So,
Side note, I guess. Strife goes when? Do you know when Strife lowers automatically? Is it the end of a scene
when you
or a
regain it,
session? remember.
if you want to look it up for me while I describe
All
this,
I think it is at the end of a scene, though. I think you are correct.
it probably
That you
is.
lose one.
So you've seen them around in class before. You almost think that the Bayushi is making a quip just because the Sefun kind of chuckles a bit after she says it, even though she pulls like her kimono sleeve up over her face to kind of like keep from showing that she's laughing openly. You get a sense that they're probably joking something about you guys. You've seen them in here before, not always together, but surely the jest has something to do with one of you.
When I just lean over them, I think they're laughing at us. I get this feeling.
I found it, by the way.
You too.
It's at the end of the scene. You remove a number of strife equal to your water rank.
Gotcha.
Oh wow!
Nice.
It's probably at you. I'll
So
put
in
it
like
to
little
my
social
mask.
scenes, you can probably just go, I don't care, give me strife.
Right.
Don't know about what though. Probably your party mask. Probably what it is.
What's wrong with my party mask?
I mean, it is colorful.
Does he literally actually have a different
No.
mask? Okay. I just had to confirm.
I don't know. At this point in time, I feel like he does.
I feel like I almost want it to be a thing now.
He does.
All right,
He
you
does.
guys-
We're just gonna go with it.
You guys are kind of chit-chatting about what you think they might be joking with you about when your food arrives.
Yeah,
Sweet.
I cannot discern why they might be laughing at us.
I can't be. Truth be told, I don't care enough.
I have the gluttonous disadvantage, so I have difficulty
Figuring that stuff out.
Subtle. See.
Oh, then you'll be a perfect match for the scorpion.
Right. Just look over at her and wink.
She pulls out a fan and covers her face. You just kind of see
I
her,
think she liked
her
it.
eyes peering out over it.
I think she liked it. You should do it again.
No, it's not something you can just do all willy-nilly.
I think Sheba's almost having a seizure.
Quick, get this man a doctor.
Yeah, she pulls out her fan. They stay for a few more minutes, finish off their drinks, set some money on the table to pay for their stuff, and then go about their way.
I dig into my soberness. That's what I was looking.
I'll order another round.
All right. Do you guys all partake?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Then I'll have us all roll a.
Whatever could that be?
I
gonna
want
use,
to. I want
uh,
to say.
Just a straight ring?
I want to
guess?
say Earth.
That's what it used to be.
Can I use my command ability on myself to not be drunk? I command myself not to be drunk.
No, I don't think it works that way.
Behave, not drunk.
I'm gonna use my social approach, reason. I'm gonna
You're going to reason with the
myself.
sake.
I'm gonna reason with the sake.
Well,
I'm gonna use provocation to make sure it does
Can
not.
I use martial arts feint approach on the sake? Can I
No,
try it
you
to not
may
get me
not.
drunk?
let's just go straight Earth.
Okay.
T and 1.
Yay!
Hey, Mamoru's
I'm
not
gonna
phased at all.
I promise you, I'm gonna bomb this. Hey!
Hey, you got another strife. And
What is this? So we're just rolling straight Earth, which should just
Straight
be
Earth.
6, right?
yeah, just two, whatever your Earth is in D6.
I think it's 2. Yeah.
And then you keep ring, right?
Yep. You
Right,
always
so I
keep
got
a number
Two?
equal to your ring.
And a 6.
What do I get? What do I get in my opportunity obs? Do I get anything?
You.
I love these dice
you and,
so
You and
much.
Kato just you down that sake with such elegance.
Nice.
It doesn't even like burn, like you have no like visible reaction. Whereas like Mamoru kind of goes and lets out like the nice saw of a good drink.
Perfect.
But you guys don't even like react at all to your opportunities.
I added the 2 composure to my. I'm already almost 1/3 away to the match.
Yeah, it's all right. The scene will end eventually. What's your water?
1.
Oh my god! You got all the composure. You just don't heal it fast. Are you ready to outburst meta over alcohol? You start quipping You start quipping at the alcohol.
If there's anything that could
Look,
make
alcohol.
you outburst, is that a lot of alcohol.
Indeed.
Look, alcohol. You can't tell me what to do. You're not my sensei.
All right. At this point, it's like no more than you guys finish off your drinks. It's no more than like 30 seconds after the girls have left for the evening. One of your law sensei, a robed scorpion, a little bit taller than the average. Yeah, a little bit taller than the average samurai, but not as large as a Hida by any means. He has a long black ponytail that has like not the chopsticks, but those ornamented hair pieces that keep the ponytail in place. And he has a steepled collar that kind of covers his mouth, but you can see his nose and his eyes. That appears to be his mask. You know him as Bayushi Yojiro. A fairly high-ranking Emerald Magistrate. He says, "Students, good evening.
What are you doing, sensei?
I trust Tasuke-sensei was not overly rough with any of you this earlier today, was he? You all seem to
as
be
much
rather
as-
enjoying yourself.
Much as one sensei came to sword.
Very smooth, by the way, Shiba-san. There's no better way to catch a Scorpion Maiden's attention than with a wink
Classic
of that magnitude."
high wink.
Thank you.
All right. He may I and motions to a chair. Okay. He orders a round of sake for everyone. Let's make another roll. Unless you want to refuse the drink.
No, never.
No thanks.
No,
I
have no courtesy.
All right. He kind of like turns his head to the side a little bit at Shinsen, but doesn't say anything after he refuses the drink.
I heard a roll. I'm getting scared now.
All right, Mamoru's. You start to feel a little bit slurred and tongue-tied as the alcohol is catching up with you. Kato, you're starting to feel it a little bit as well, but not quite as bad as Mamoru.
Can I use my opportunity to spend it to buy a success? I don't think it works that
Sure.
way, but
I'll give it to you because it doesn't matter. You're like
I got 2 successes.
Yeah, you are pretty buzzed, both of you though.
Oh.
Like you think if you keep going, you could embarrass yourself.
I'm pretty good.
He's like the other sensei and I've actually been talking lately. And it almost feels a bit odd to me to ask this of a group of students without the escort of the magistrate, but you're all fairly accomplished, and I believe that you're samurai. You will, if you have a duty, you will see it performed. I do not think any of you would fail in any task that we would give you.
Well, I am famously reliable. See.
Yeah, he's like, especially you, Shiba-sama. He's like, I know you're a man who can get things done, as you have in the past. After all, that's why you were invited here, was it not?
Indeed it was.
No. It's like, as you all know, the structure of the Order of the Magistrates has been in a better place as of late with the death of Lord I would like to entrust each of you with a task that would honor his spirit and Yomi. He reaches into his robes and pulls out a fine piece of parchment. Shinsen, I will give you a... You almost kind of don't want to take rolls. What skill would this be? This might be actual artisan skill.
Is it? Artisan would be...
Refine, restore, invent, adapt, attune. No, it wouldn't be. This would probably be analyze. I'll give you analyze air on this.
Okay. Just
or survey. I'll let you choose. Survey or analyze.
So just a full analyze. There's no skill associated with it.
Where are the scholar skills? Should have made a skill table. Well, I can just look at a character sheet.
Yeah. I mean,
I was
Okay.
gonna say, I think it's more the skills before the approaches. The approaches
Let's.
would be the
I'll give you culture or government. Your choice.
Oh, I'll take culture.
Okay.
Because at least then I can roll with the skill. Let's see here. And plus 3d6. Wow!
Wow.
All them blanks.
Wow!
Yeah, you don't. And it's a piece of paper that he pulls out. You're not sure what it is.
Neat.
wow.
It was a TN one. I keep forgetting to tell you guys the TNs. Feel free to remind me.
He blanks on what it is.
Wow.
Yeah, you literally blink, figuratively and metaphorically.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, he slides a piece of paper across the table, waits for one of you to open it.
I'm still eating my soba.
Sure, I'll go. Okay, yeah.
Okay, this is what the letter says. Where did my tab go? Okay.
To whom it may concern.
You are poopy pants. Goodbye.
Dear. What?
Alright.
I'm mess.
Honorable champion of the Shining Emperor, Lord Doji Satsume-sama. I hope you've been well since we last met, Doji Dono. Oh my god. Kashi no Ume Mura.
Wait.
I'm having to click between multiple tabs.
Okay.
It's still very much the same
Oh my
town.
God.
Yeah, it's still very much the same town you observed aloud to me before. Beautiful, bustling, and alive. I know you continue to serve Rokugan with the honor and nobility befitting your station, as we all do. We are samurai, after all. It is for this very reason I feel duty-bound to write to you. The governor of our city, Doji Kazumoto-sama, has been acting rather strange as of late. I do not know if it is because our lands have suffered from the wrath of Suitingu no Kami, or because of the loss of his son in battle with the lion at Toshirambo. Yet he has become somewhat secluded and terse with his men. He gathers what rice we have, his stipends to his samurai have diminished, and the market grows chaotic in his grief. He's doing nothing to solve the problems that plague our town, and in the wake of the chaos, only disorder and dishonor can follow. I know that word from you would set him back on the correct path, to get Lord Kazumoto to remember the man he is and ought to be, or to let him die before he dishonors his name and his family. You have always inspired the best in your servants, Doji Dono. I beseech you to do so once more, so that we may continue to serve our clan. Doji Umero. And I will copy and paste this so you can all read it. It's in Discord.
Shinsen's gonna pipe up between mouths.
I didn't come up with the city name yet, so it didn't say insert. That's why it says insert city name here. I had to click over to another tab that had the city name on.
To whom it may concern, insert city name here. Shinsen's just gonna peek in between bites and just look to the sensei and then back to the paper real quickly.
Yojiro just kind of waits, looking for a reaction out of all of you.
So you want us to deliver this, right?
Well, Satsume is dead. You know this out of character.
Yeah, yeah. No, this was
Yojiro
too
implied that
Satsume.
you take up this task on his behalf since he is deceased. The magistrates are kind of spread thin. There's not a whole lot of order without an Emerald Champion.
Okay. Then where do you go?
Do we know where this guy is, or?
Yeah, he's the governor of.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
Oh,
if
he
you want,
is the governor.
Yeah, if you want the name of the English name, it's Destiny's Beginning Village.
That's where we are.
No, you're in the
No.
Palace of the Emerald Champion.
Right.
It's like a few days away. It's in Doji lands along the coast. You've heard of it before.
Kazimoto-sama is the governor, but the guy who wrote is another.
Yeah, Yumaro is one of his vassals. So he's apparently torn between his duty to his lord and doing what he says, but at the same time, Kazimoto is acting very strangely, and the letter implies that he is, or implies rather openly that he's skimping out on taxes, which could come back to bite him, as he's hoarding the rice, and he's not paying his samurai their due.
Right.
Okay, so we need to take this then to Doji Satsume-sama.
Well, he's dead.
No, he's dead.
Wait, what?
We're playing in the.
Satsume is dead. Kazimoto is the governor. Yumero was a vassal of Kazimoto, but also friend of Satsume and is writing to Satsume.
Exactly.
Yes, and the guy we were just given this letter by a scorpion.
Yep. If you want to, you may make a.
That's got threw me completely off. Like looking at it, how it's written, it looks like we're supposed to be taking it to Satsume-sama, but he's dead.
Right.
Yeah, it was written to him.
Yeah, and now it is. This guy wants us to, look into this
Yes, exactly.
because Satsume is dead and can't look into it.
Okay, I thought it was like, but like, why would he give us?
He stole it, and he's like, "Here, I'm going to incriminate you now."
I was like, what? He's dead, right? We can't deliver this.
You can give me a. Oh my god, a lot of these are. Some of these skills are like, I'm just not like tuned into exactly what they're supposed to do yet.
It's because like you have a skill name, but then each ring.
Yeah, I'm like, I know
that's a skill name.
in the other game this would be lore heraldry, but what is it? Maybe government?
It depends. I think they said that if it's like a knowledge skill, it's generally like what would sound right. So yeah, if it would be government.
Culture or
Okay.
Culture or government.
There's a guy next
Culture,
door with
maybe.
a motorcycle. I apologize, people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell those samurai with their motorcycles to keep.
Yeah, I know. They need to keep it down. That's what you're trained to do, is to tell people to be quiet, right?
Is this like to determine like who this guy is or something?
Yeah,
else?
it's information about Yojiro.
Oh, okay.
So are we all making this roll or just?
Yeah, we'll go with government. Just for
Would
speed
I
and
have
sake.
to make the roll because being Scorpion?
Yeah, you make it for sure. Go ahead.
Say I don't.
And that would be analyze, you said?
Yeah, we'll go with analyze. So airing.
That's 2 2s.
Nice.
2 successes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to roll?
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right. Mamoru, you know that much like you, Yojiro has a sort of, but more within the Scorpion, a reputation for being a Jushin. He is also fairly honest. A lot of people don't like him or trust him because he tends towards a more honorable path. Maybe that's kind of what led him to being a sensei at the Ruby Dojo, and a higher tier Emerald Magistrate is his sense of duty and honor. So, you feel like this isn't some kind of Scorpion plot?
Well, I'm sure that we can get down
If
to
the Scorpion convinces them that it's not a Scorpion plot.
I'm sure we can see to the bottom of this.
You know how they usually work. This is not it. The letter seems on the up and up. You know Yojiro's honest. He seems very sincere, and you guys as students succeeding, and believes that you can accomplish this task.
I think just from the very fact that showing us this letter gives a lot of kind of power away to just show that information to 3 students, no less of potentially 2 different clans as well. So if this was a Scorpion ploy, it's definitely not. It'll be a very roundabout way to like make your ploy go into action.
Yep.
Yeah, my character.
He just doesn't deal with that stuff normally.
makes it easier for us,
You know
perfect.
the Scorpion don't ever involve him in their plots.
So we're gonna try to look into this then.
Yes, I suppose we could speak to the original writer of the letter.
Yeah. Best to start there.
He's like, well, I will see that you're recognized properly if you return, or upon your return. I will send word to all your clans and see that you at least get appointed a fine station in your clan if you would, unless you would rather become an Emerald Magistrate. We could see to that as well. Congratulate you from the Ruby Dojo.
Fair trade.
Good to me.
Very well then. He kind of claps his hands. He lets you keep the letter, obviously. He's like, if you need anything, you need to make any preparations, please feel free to do so.
We are going to a
rendezvous
different-
with me upon your return.
Are we going to a different city? We're leaving the city, right?
Yeah, whenever
we said
you
a few
want.
days away.
Okay. Are there any horses that we know that we can rent essentially, or get a hold of, or do we like? Do I need to ask this guy? Like, we could use some horses.
Yeah, he'll, when you say that, he makes sure that you can get some.
Okay, cool.
Unless you want to try to accumulate some more strife there.
Yeah, I love accumulating that draft.
All right. Okay. So, anything else you guys want to take care of before we start heading towards the city?
Beyond making sure that we're provisioned properly. No.
All right. You said your water was 1, right, Meta?
Yeah, glorious one.
You heal strife.
I actually had no idea it was based on water.
If I had thought about it, I could have used my technique to negate one of your strife.
Next time.
Yeah.
Yep. The Shiva just pats you on the back. It'll be okay, buddy.
It's okay, buddy. Don't be so wing.
All right. You guys have a fairly uneventful travel down south. It rains for most of the travel, but you have your little bamboo things and your hats and stuff, and
I did put a wicker umbrella in my traveling clothes.
there you go.
I got traveling clothes, so I'm covered as well.
You're so reliable, Kato. You're always prepared. Your reputation precedes you. All right. Yeah, like I said, it takes a few days, but you eventually come up upon Kashi no Unmemura. The city is, while not as well known as Prosperous Plains Village, which is famous for its large open market. It's still a fairly bustling city, and it's got a market of its own as well. The peasants seem much like the Palace of the Emerald Champion. They're not as well off, obviously, but they're fairly content in what they do. They don't seem like downtrodden or neglected by any means. A lot of the merchants kind of barter with each other openly. Most of them wear kind of like something that denotes they represent a clan, but they're obviously not a samurai. Some actually do. Like, you pass like a Yasuki guy who's openly willing and dealing with various other merchants and stuff. And there's also a interesting enough a unicorn that you notice as well, who's doing much the same. Who has the Mon of the E-Day. As you came into the city, you passed by a fairly dense wooded area that covers like a series of hills and stuff that is out near the towards the west of the ocean and the beaches. What else we got about the city? You guys can make a... Let's go with a survey check. So water... Water...
I don't know if there's really.
Let's go with command. Kinda. No, not command. We'll say government.
What are we trying to figure out, I guess?
This is just more noticing something.
Oh, okay.
Is it like something about the government, or is it more about the culture in the area around it?
It's the government in this case.
And we said water?
Yeah, water. Let's go with water.
And water government.
Yeah, it's to notice something about the way the town seems to be ran.
Hey,
Right.
look at that.
You got a success.
I do not have.
You're gonna tell
I'll go
us
with
what
T
it
and
is?
T and 1. We'll say T and 1.
Okay. Yep. It's gonna be really weird because we're so used to not saying, like, always saying what the TN is.
Yeah, it's taking getting used to for sure.
Yeah.
We got an opportunity, a blank, and a Stroff and a explosion for Kato. So you can roll another d6.
Explosion. 2 4s.
Oh, 2 explosions.
Double Stroff, double explosion.
Double stripe.
You got another explosion.
Oh, another explosion and a
gosh.
stripe.
Another one, Mal.
Guys, go down! What the fuck?
Luckily, you don't have to keep any of those.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
you only have to keep
Oh,
2.
another one. Oh.
You only have
Well,
to keep
so the
2.
explosions, you have to keep the explosions
No,
because they're all compounded on the dice.
No, it says you may.
No. You may keep the explosions. You don't have to. Thankfully.
What do you have to keep
Guys,
2 again? I forgot.
Keep your water.
My water is 3. I rolled my. That seems weird. I don't know. Let me look.
So if I can only keep 2,
It feels like
Yeah.
the more die you roll, the worse it actually
You-
be.
Now, you may keep as many times as you exploded, but you might have like a bunch of Stroff you accumulated.
Right,
So-
which I did.
when it
See-
comes to the explosion, can you keep things higher up the explosion chain, or can you only keep the base
Yeah,
die?
it's just like rolling additional dice. You get to pick which ones you keep. So
Okay. So I'm gonna keep my 3 and my
you know
1,
it's a
so
T
I
and
gotta-
you know it's a T and 1, so you only have to get 1 success. So do whatever
That's
gets
it.
you the success and the less amount of Stroff.
Right, so I only got 1 strife.
So you got 1 Stroff. Gotcha. All right. What about you, Shiba-san?
Hold on. I got a 5. That's opportunity. And then I got a 3.
Got a 5 and a 4 for the start.
I gotta look up something about opportunity. Ew.
I'm already getting the sense that, like, this game really has a lot of memorization to come with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it'll take a lot of playing to get
Yeah.
used to it.
Well, and that's a lot of systems in general,
Yeah.
but this one's
Yeah.
so different.
It doesn't help that
Yeah.
we don't have the actual DOS too.
Well, I mean, if
Right.
we don't have the dice, it's not even so much the fact that, like, it's. I mean, because you're absolutely right. Every game has like a lot of memorization, but this
Well,
game feels like a lot.
Oh my
Well,
god,
we're also
motorcycle
like,
guy, really?
Yeah. We're also like we're kind of like thinking in terms of also the old game.
Yep.
Sort of like we have
Yeah.
that. Do we? Guess not. Yeah, I thought there was a table for normal. I might be thinking of the stances table. I thought there was like a generic opportunity for everything. Like,
I'll give you more information, just like it would be if you like raised in the old game.
well, I know water
With
usually
additional
involves
successes.
like less strife, so that's why.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Although I guess are we in a stance or no?
No, you're not in like social combat or anything like
Right. Okay.
that. Water. Remove 2 of your strife for opportunity spent this way.
Okay.
So you could do
Well,
that
then-
if you want.
Yeah. I will. I got an opportunity, so I'll take. Or do explosions count as success?
This
Yes.
motorcycle guy's pissing me off.
What?
He's just sitting right outside my window as a motorcycle going.
Yeah, it does count as a success because it's technically called an explosive success.
Yeah,
Right, that's
it's
what I
a
thought.
success. So how many successes?
2, and then an opportunity to burn the way the 2 strife.
All right, cool. So no strife gain. And what about you,
Nice, lucky.
Shinsen?
I just got 1 success.
Okay,
Literally
cool.
rolled a 2.
So you all notice that there's not really a lot of Crane Samurai present. It seems to mostly be other clans. And you got the 2 successes, right, Kato?
Yes.
Okay, you noticed in particular that you haven't been stopped by magistrates either yet, which strikes you as a bit odd. Usually you have to like kind of like at least check papers and stuff like that. But not when you went into this town.
Is this a is this is a crane held land, right?
Yes, correct. It's a province of
Um,
the Doji family.
It is a province. Okay, so if it's a province of the crane, I would definitely know that something really off about this.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Because just being part of a clan gives you
Yeah.
basic information about the clan without rolling and stuff,
Yep.
Yeah.
which I like.
Yeah, that's it. Actually, is that is the one thing that
We talked about that.
You're
before.
completely ignorant how your clan works.
Right. You didn't. We talked about it before recording last episode, but you went around dogs, and we just were talking or going off about all that.
Yeah. I'm gonna kind of lean over and just talk, just speak out to them, but not loud enough for anybody. I guess as we're approaching to potentially hear it. But I want to just lean over and go like, "This is incredibly out of place."
Yeah. No, not many crane samurai, and we haven't been stopped by magistrates yet.
We'd think there would be a little bit more crane samurai in a crane-based territory.
Yep. And you can see up on like a hill a little bit past the market. There's like a small gated palace area that you assume is where it's Kazumoto's estate. You can see like the banners of the doji fluttering in the wind.
Let's see how far we get.
And we could also, see if we can find this, what's his face name? I can't remember. Umaro.
Umaro. Actually, as we're passing by, do we happen to see any like samurai that are like at least on a sense of on post?
No, not really.
Holy shit!
There's
It's
no,
not
guards
like the main,
that,
not in the main area. No.
Right.
Anybody could just stroll right the fuck on in. Holy crap!
Yeah, you get a really like this particularly doesn't please you that much, probably, Shinsen, as this is your clan and your
This is
cousins.
absolutely shameful.
So
It's not the perfection that Lady Doji.
It's not even
Mamoru.
not even basic design of the clan of my cousin's. Essentially effective motto of everything, courteous greeting and whatnot. And here we are, gates open. Just walk on in, dust your shoes off.
Yeah, especially with the war with the Lion Clan on the horizon.
Yeah.
Because you all know that Hotaru killed Koto Araso only a few months earlier.
Okay. I guess Shinsen's going to start kind of picking up the pace and moving right for
Sure.
where he thinks the estate would be.
Okay.
Who's really in charge?
Yeah, you can find the palace and stuff. When you get closer to the walls, you finally see some crane samurai. There's some Dojiji samurai that guard the gate, and they kind of look at you and say, "Konnichiwa, Samurai Sama's Kahita-sama." You bow respectfully to all of you.
Konnichiwa, Doji-san. So, I happen to be walking into town here, and I notice that there's nobody posted on the outside walls. Why?
It's like, well, Lord Kazumoto has withdrawn all of his samurai to his estate.
For what purpose?
Roll. Is there like a kind of like detect social cues? What would that be?
Probably social skill.
Yeah, probably social skill.
Either courtesy or sentiment under scholar. 'cause I think
Sentiment. We'll go sentiment.
motive.
Sentiment, okay.
Yeah, it's like a sense
sentiment.
motive check.
Sentiment, what ring?
Determine whether someone likes you or not is water.
I
Discerning
don't-
whether someone is
don't care if they like
conflicted.
That would be it.
Void.
Void. All right, we'll do.
If they're
void, then
conflicted
void.
about their current course of action.
Yep, void.
Yes.
Void it is.
Yep.
Ooh, wow, that's perfect. Okay. 1D. Let's see.
Air is for detecting a bluff.
While he has them distracted.
Also, this is a TN2 then, by the way.
TN2.
Oh, it is a TN2? Okay.
I mean, I guess I don't know. Are these TNs like, because each skill gives you a 1 to 5 check, like TN1 to TN5.
Mhm.
Are those supposed to be malleable or are those like set? I wonder.
I think in this case it's like a social defense, just like if you're attacking someone in combat. So that's probably why it says 2.
Well, I mean, each skill will be like, this ring is TN1, this ring is TN2,
Oh.
like all the checks.
I think it's supposed to be variable.
Yeah.
Sentiment Scholar,
Maybe.
and that's a
So-
void.
Yeah, you got an explosion. No, you got
did I?
an
I got
opportunity and a strife and a success.
I got 2 opportunities all together in a single. No, wait. I got a 1 opportunity, a success, and a strife. Oh God. Let's see here. What can I do with a void?
You got 2 opportunities.
No, I got 1 opportunity.
Okay. What did everyone else get?
Oh, I didn't roll.
Yeah, you guys can roll if you want.
Oh, they all want to roll.
While
You can also assist him if you don't want to roll and have the opportunity
Sure.
to build strife. That's
Yeah,
like something you
I'll
can
take
do.
an assist.
Well, just real quick, since this is a void roll, I should let you know your opportunities for void. Generic ones are
Yeah, you gain some insight into the nature of the universe or your own heart.
no.
Which
You can name a ring other than void, and then reduce the check of that ring by 1 the next time you use it. Or you can use another non-void ring's opportunity at double the cost. So, but I think you only got 1, right?
I only got 1. Yeah.
Yeah. I was just going off mechanical, not
Yeah,
narrative.
if they succeed you, I think you get another rolled and capped dice.
Yeah, I'll just assist then if you'd like, I guess.
Yeah,
I
you
think
don't mind
it's
just
I think it's
assisting.
ring. I don't remember.
Do I roll this or
No,
just
Panda
adds
would
to
roll.
his? Yeah.
Oh, so I just add
Yeah,
this ring?
it adds to
No.
you. I think you just get an extra roll and kept die. I need
Okay,
to
so
find
just
out I need to find out if it's a skill or a ring though.
So okay.
That is important.
Yeah.
Yes, very.
while he has them distracted with his inquiry and the sudden like kind of jumping them with the why, I'd like to go ahead and like try to assess the crowns, I guess, from the way that we approach them and see if there's a way to need to use it.
Sneak in potentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be
That was under. Didn't we just look at? Well, that was skullduggery. Was like surveying stuff.
Yeah.
yeah. So
because I'm not sure if it's skullduggery or tactics.
yeah, it would be one of the two.
It would make. I think sneaking in less for a military standpoint would probably be skullduggery, and a tactics sounds like it'd be more like if we're attempting to, from I guess a knowing that we're kind of going into a combative scenario would be more of like a tactics thing to see what the best approach is.
Let's
to
go
sneak
with
in.
fire, skullduggery fire, because innovate. So you're like trying to find a way in.
Okay.
So we'll go with that.
Well, actually, exchange the water ring version of skullduggery is determine how to break in.
Okay,
Just-
then
Oh,
water
wow.
water it
Here we
is.
go.
Oh my god, this is so much.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things.
By the way, is my assist a ring or is it a skill? Sorry, make
Let's
this
see.
roll.
I was trying to find out where that is. Unfortunately, it's not
Yeah.
the table contents assisting, or at least that I saw. Making a check, maybe.
I'm gonna let you finish that before I do my
Okay.
roll, just to make it easier.
Learning the game. Assistance. Blah, blah, blah. There are a number of... Blah, blah, blah. During a symbol and roll dice pool. If a character making a check receives assistance for one or more, that character making a check rolls one additional skill die for assisting character who has one or more ranks in the skill of use.
Oh,
One
I
additional-
don't actually have.
And one additional ring die for assisting character who has 0 ranks. So you have 0 ranks, you get another ring die.
What skill was it?
Sentiment.
Oh yeah, I don't have that.
Okay, then I'm just gonna roll 1d6.
So that's another
Hey.
strife
Nope.
plus. You can reduce his strife, can't you?
Yeah,
Your
I'll
technique?
reduce your strife by 1.
Okay,
Okay.
so how many successes did you get? How much strife?
So that's 2 successes and a single strife.
Okay, cool. Okay,
Did he tell you the TN?
Yes.
yeah, it was 2, like you guys said.
That was all I needed.
He
Back up to 3.
he seems very conflicted as well.
Oh right.
He doesn't seem to agree with Lord Kazimoto's orders necessarily, but at the same time, they are his orders nonetheless. And he has withdrawn all of his samurai inside the building. Kazimoto-sama fears that the line could attack at any moment, and he wants to defend the palace if such a thing were to happen. Now on to Mamoru. What did you get?
What's my TN?
Let's go with 2 as well.
Alright, let's see.
He rolled a 25, Babs. I don't think that's.
25 successes. You are stronger than the commie.
I know how to get in this place. No,
You got a lot of
Twice.
successes.
Let's see.
You have 4 just right
4 is
there.
an explosion. 2 is a success. 3 is a success in strife. 8 is an explosion, and 8
I
is
wouldn't
an
even-
explosion.
I don't
I'm
know
not
if I
gonna
would-
worry.
about the explosions. Yeah.
I mean, roll them. You might get blanks, and then you just keep the blanks
Yeah,
instead of
that-
getting strife.
Yeah, that's what I want to say.
That's
Wait,
what
doesn't he
they're
have
good
a
for.
2? He has a 2 on the ring die and 2 8s. That's 3 successes right there.
No. The 8s are explosions, though.
Yeah, they're successes as well.
Yeah, but they're successes.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. We'll
I was
just
gonna say-
anyway.
What was the TN?
It's a 2.
2.
Yeah, then you're totally fine, dude.
All right, we'll do that.
Though I guess
You
you could
get
roll
access
for just
opportunities.
opportunity. What
Yeah, you
kind
could
of
roll
was
for
this?
opportunities because you only
Was this
keep
just the water?
3. So you got the 3 successes, but you can
I
roll
only
and see if
keep-
you get.
I only keep 2 water.
Trying to get down to the.
Oh yeah, I guess you only keep your ring. I guess right.
Oh,
Yeah, you
do
should have
not?
rolled
I
one
don't-
less
I
d6 then.
should have. One of those d6s should have been a d12.
Okay,
Oh.
whatever. We'll just roll with it for now.
It's
So yeah.
All right. There, as you guys approached, you kind of saw like there was like a opening in the fence, almost like under the gate, kind of like a place that you think you'd be thin enough to like squeeze through. As long as you just have to hope there's no guards on the other side of the fence.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back to conversing with the men. He had you all pulled back here to protect the palace when the gates are open, which would allow them to invade the area.
Yes, that's basically what he says. I think Lord Quasimodo's plan would be to sacrifice the market and protect his family. He tries to say that as like sincere as possible, and like kind of gives you a look of like, understand what I'm trying to say, and I don't really like saying this in front of a scorpion. But
He's just Shinsen is just going to like he doesn't care because obviously no courtesy. He's just gonna blink at the man and go. We are here to talk to Lord Kazimoto. Is he in?
he's in, but I do not know if he will see you. He motions towards one of the other G Samurai. He's like, if you'd go speak to Lord Quasimodo on their behalf, I'll stand here with our guests until you return. He goes, hi, then bows and walks off towards the bows.
Is it?
Do we want to make mention of the note?
Did they actually say that? I guess, or is this not? Or I'm just wondering, was that intentionally said, or isn't like? Don't they never say that in the Rokugan? Don't they always just have you wait until basically you don't want to wait anymore?
Yeah, but that's not always followed rule, depending on who you're talking to.
Right. That's why I was trying to differentiate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, they kind of want you to see him.
Right.
So they're not gonna like fuck with you in that way,
Okay.
basically. Now Lord Quasimodo might, but
Yeah, because I just remember like reading about how they're always like, yes, he will, be with you shortly, and then they might
later.
never show up, right?
yeah. Okay.
It'd be really funny if I knew about the broken fence. You're like, also, I noticed there's a broken fence. Somebody could sneak in through there. You probably want to get that fixed.
Well, thanks, buddy. Men, get some dirt.
Mamoru pulls out a third mask and throws it at the back of his head. His traveling pack actually has nothing else in it except for
It's
a
just
whole assortment
masks.
of masks.
It's all just masks.
That is an option. You could have
Oh my
taken
God.
10 masks.
I know.
What if you took the mute option and the only way he can convey to people is if he just kept switching his masks to different like expressions?
Oh, that's a good way to. That's
I'll
something
store
to
that in my
tuck away
back
for
pocket.
later.
That is definitely an
Absolutely.
idea to tuck away. For
That's to
sure.
get more familiar with the mechanics of the game. Thank you
Oh my
first.
gosh.
Yeah.
All right.
Takes out a mask that just goes like the Jackie Chan. What? It's like-
The guy, the G Samurai like small talks with you for a little bit. 15
Right.
minutes pass.
Sure.
Turns into half an hour. Turns into an hour. And he's just
All
like,
right.
I apologize on behalf of Lord Kazumoto's Samurai
There's
Samus.
nothing for you to apologize for.
I'm gonna ask him if he knows a Doji Yumaro.
Yes, that is Lord Kazumoto's scribe, I guess, for lack of a better term.
Is he still here as well, or?
Yes, I saw him the other day. He's within the palace as well.
Is everybody of import just moved back to the palace?
It's like, yeah, kind of. Gives you kind of.
Do we want to? I'm just gonna ask the guys, I guess, if we want to see if this guy will see us, or maybe we could ask him to meet us elsewhere. You know, leave him or have a message delivered to him or something.
He's like, what did you have to speak with Lord Kazumoto about, anyways?
I defer to the crane.
I'm trying to think of how to word it because quick on my feet. We actually had heard of some of the changes that were going around here. We wanted to inquire about, but we had no idea the state of how it had changed. Are you all?
He's like, I didn't know the Scorpions were so altruistic as of late.
Friends and all places, I suppose.
You kind of like not. He says that in jest as well. He's like, I mean, no offense, Bayushi-sama.
I nod and give him a reassuring smile.
Okay.
Underneath the mask that you can't see.
Underneath my mask, yeah.
He thinks you're smiling behind your mask.
Do you not even have patrols?
Oh, of course we have patrols.
So, but there's never a man on those walls out beyond these.
I mean, we have shifts here at the gate to greet potential guests and the like, but nothing in the city. Not since Lord Kazumoto pulled all of his samurai back into his palace.
When did he pull them all back?
Yeah. He leaves that to the magistrates. They're recently around the time that he began to grow weary of the Lion Clan. Lord Kazumoto sent word to Doji Hotaru Ue, and she had provided us with the assistance of some clan magistrates to help ensure the peace in the city.
So the magistrates are out walking through the city while all the
theoretically, he kind of says with almost like a hint of disappointment in his voice.
Are even the magistrates pulled back?
No, they are not in the palace.
God for that.
He's like, but I'm. He wants to say something, but doesn't.
Speak. Not like it's gonna matter here anyway.
I do not want to call my intimidate skill.
That would be command.
Command, yeah. Fire, probably.
Also, just so we know, and so we do it correctly, I guess, you can choose any value for kept dice 1 to the ring.
Oh!
So you can...
okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Also, you decide on what dice are kept, then resolve explosions. And so you roll an explosion, or so if you want to keep, if an explosion is in your kept dice.
So you're kind of risking it.
Yeah, then you can roll it, and then after you roll, you decide if that is added to your kept dice.
Gotcha.
So that can go, the explosions can go over your number of kept dice, it sounds like, but
Wow.
because that's resolved after deciding how much you're keeping. You resolve explosions.
Gotcha.
Never in a day did I think there was actually going to be an order of operations to die rolls.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. If you want to intimidate, I'll say it's an insight. So fire.
I don't want to say.
We'll go with command.
I don't want to say it's. Yeah, I was going to say more of a command.
It's more of like tell me what's going on. Kind of like straight shoot. Like
yeah, just
get to the point.
Yeah.
If you command insight, it does fall under provocation.
Let's just get right to the point. No unvarnished. Let's just take an unvarnished answer here, okay?
All right, roll it with your advantage, whatever that gives you. I think it lets you reroll.
Provocation removes 3 strife.
Okay, well, there you go.
Oh, perfect. I have 3 stripes. Fire command.
Is it 3 strife on the roll or 3 strife he already has?
Oh, it just says remove 3 strife.
Okay, well, there you go.
No,
After performing the check, so he
Okay,
has to
all right.
resolve
So you make the
everything
check
first.
and then.
Okay, so let me roll the 1d.
and now we know how to keep dice.
Yeah.
624.
What was the TN?
What was the TN?
It's a 2 as well.
You don't have the. It was all just ring, right?
Success, explosion, strife, and opportunity strife. But I'm just gonna keep the explosion, strife, and the success. Then
Right. Now you can roll the
then
explosion.
Then you
Yeah.
heal 3, correct?
Yep.
Well,
So you
he
wait-
has
go
to
to-
still finish.
Okay.
Okay, he just got a
But-
1.
All right. So now you go down to 7, but you heal 3, so you're at 10.
Sweet.
Correct.
Yes.
All right.
He should only have 1 strife now.
Yeah, I should only have 1 strife at the end of this.
Oh, okay. I thought I had you healing all of it.
No.
All right, cool. Okay. He's like, there have been problems at the market as of late. I don't think the clan's magistrates. I think they're being lazy, or at least not doing their job correctly. And I know Doji Dono would only send her best, the ones that she sees fit to do this. I don't think she would choose such an adequate samurai. It's unsettling, and quite frankly, it brings shame upon our family. This whole scenario does.
Yes,
But
it does.
But even so, I will bear that shame and do my duty regardless. And my duty keeps me here, and I cannot leave to correct it.
Well,
so-
you at least seem like a person with a conscience who wishes for the best to this clan, unlike others apparently.
Hi. And you are bound to know such duties, Kakita-sama. Or
Yes.
you would be inside, or if you were, you would be inside the palace right now. So I would beseech you to help put an end to all of this.
I'll do what I can. But there's no promises.
He bows very gratefully. Lower than any bow that you would possibly return. Even if you do, because you have a failure courtesy, so you probably just like, and don't bow back.
I don't bow back. I gotta wave it off. It's like it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
It's just the job.
I'm going to ask him if he, we've been traveling for a while. If you could point us out to a place to stay.
Okay. Yeah, there's a local inn. He's like, as long as Kakita-sama talks to him, then fare and all that stuff shouldn't be an issue. As he's a crane.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, this makes this a lot easier. Then I suppose until we can hear an answer back, that's where we'll be staying. Would you have the ability to send anybody to us?
Of course. As soon as Jean-san returns, then I will see that word is sent to you. With Lord
Thank you.
Kazumoto's words.
Perhaps if Yumaro, could we have someone ask or send a message to Yumaro?
Well, if you like to draw one out, I will assure you that it will get to him on my honor.
Sorry, I was trying to ask the others again.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
If we think that's a good idea.
I don't see why not. Seeing as how he's apparently the scribe of the Lord here, so
All right.
he might
Yeah,
know
well-
something as well.
I guess we'll write a quick message asking him to
Whatever inn you're going to be at.
right.
Okay, gotcha. Feel free to
anyone
name it
got
if
a-
you want to.
Right. Anyone
Otherwise,
got
we'll just
a?
talk generic crane inn.
Anybody got a what?
I was gonna say if anyone less blunt than me wants to maybe allude to the fact that we have his letter, or
Yeah, I can have. Shinsen can do that. He'll just quickly write up a letter. It again won't be all that courteous of letter. It's very to the point. Of that. Hey, we kind of know what's going on. We have a letter here from you. We need to talk.
That's
Okay.
as blunt as me.
Do you mention
Not
anything
blunt.
about the Ruby Dojo or anything like that?
Yes, we are
Okay.
saying that we traveled from the Ruby Dojo. We have come here on word of potential changes that have come in the area. It definitely will allude to, I'll say written words that says there's changes in the area to allude to the fact that we have a letter that says things like that, which should give him an idea.
Gotcha.
Without actually openly doing it. and that we would like to speak very, very soon, if at all possible.
Okay. All right. You hand it over to the G Samurai, and he, like I said before, he's like, "On my honor, I will see that it gets to him."
Arigato.
All right, and he bows again to each of you.
I will bow.
Okay.
I'll give him a bow. He deserves a bow. He's earned courtesy from me.
All right.
The guy's a stand-up samurai.
All right. So what do you guys want to do next?
Head to the inn. We can at least unpack our stuff and then potentially see about the magistrate issue.
All right. We'll call it the Wilted Plum, because why not?
The wilted
All right.
plum?
The Wilted Plum.
Oh, the wilted plum.
Yeah.
The wilted bum?
The Wilted
Oh, yeah,
Plum.
they are willing to
It's
bum
full of
around.
Ronin. Full of Ronin. The G Samurai apparently gave you grave insult when he suggested you go to the inn. You should go back and
What
bill
else?
him.
What a times, man. I thought you were cool, man.
Nah, man, fuck you. All right. No, all right. No,
It's time.
yeah, it's got other like traveling samurai who also seem a bit perplexed that they were so easily able to come into the town, but they're not questioning it. They're drinking merrily.
If I were a more dishonest man, I would maybe try and convince everyone or round everyone up and take over the city.
Mhm.
You know, right?
We'll take this
you
on a
were such a
severe right turn away from the and I would be fine with that.
Congratulations, Ab. We're now evil samurai.
Just put on lion armor and start charging into stuff.
No, we've got a crane. We're doing what's best for the city.
We're doing what's best
The
for
Crane
the
Clan coup.
The Carne Sada clan.
All right. Yep. Is there anything you guys else want to do, or do you call it a night? It's getting dark
yeah,
at this point.
I've got
If it's
nothing.
You don't get a message back or anything yet.
yeah, if it's getting dark, then we'll deal with the magistrates in the morning. Get rooms. I'll just tell them that obviously traveling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do
Please discount if nothing else.
samurai suspect foul play? Should we take shifts?
No samurai would ever be so dishonorable as to jump us in the night. But
Right.
But it's ever a samurai's duty to be vigilant as possible. That's why we should always have eyes open.
Always be prepared.
Always be prepared.
Put on my mask that like it's just two open eyes.
This is gonna be how your character is now.
No, you gotta add a mask to the back of your head. Then you got eyes in the back of your head.
Right? Like little drawn on white pupils with a little black dot.
Wow. Okay, nothing happens at night. There are no ninja or ambushes.
But wait.
Mamoru would know if they were coming. Yeah, the next day comes. You have a letter that asks. It's from Yumuro. It asks to meet him in the market at whatever the Rokugan equivalent of noon is.
Where in the market?
He'll say at the crane section of it. Each clan kind of has like an area that they get to deal with.
Okay.
Well, I guess it's noon.
Yeah, well, I guess then we'll bum around since I didn't
It's
expect we were
noon.
gonna get a letter tonight. So we'll bum around a bit. At least Shinsen will. He'll bum around a bit and just figure that we're gonna just go meet him up with that, figure out what's going on, and probably act with more knowledge.
Okay. So to the market.
To the market.
Okay. Anyone else want to do anything before we go to the market?
No, sounds good to me.
Okay. Okay, you guys go towards the market, and as you approach it, you can kind of hear there's like some like of the not Eta, but honey and stuff start to kind of like flee the market a little bit. And they have a bit of a worried look on their face, which kind of puts you all on edge as you hear like shouts and grumblings and some curses thrown in the air.
Let's just see what that's about.
Okay, you kind of like follow your way in, push past some of the lowercase people, and you see a scene. There's a broken. The Crab Clan has their stall completely destroyed, as do the Unicorn Clan. And to the Yasuki you noticed and the Ide, when you came into the city, are kind of in a shouting match of sorts. Both seemingly did accuse each other of doing the destruction to each other's thing. each other's stall, and they both have 2 Yojimbo at the ready behind them, waiting in case a potential duel is about to break out. And more of the hijinks start to flee away from the scene, and some of the other samurai, no crane, are gathered about with a curious look on their eyes to see how justice might meet itself without the presence of the ruling clan.
Shinsen's gonna kind of look over to I don't remember your first name. I just remember your Shiba.
It's Kaito.
To Kaito, and he's gonna kind of just give him a look. I'm gonna have to go deal with this. Free to come or stand by.
I'll be behind you.
All right. So I'll approach. I actually should say I also look
at that point the Yasuki's poking the Ide with a fat sausage finger, and it's like, "It's you barbarians broke my stall. You stole my friendly traveler sake and destroyed the rest of it." He's like, "You know how expensive that is. I'm going to have your head. My Ojimbo will cut you down."
Whoa. Before we start having anybody cut anybody down.
The Ide's he's trying to be friendly in spite of all this accusation, though his rather swarthy, tall Shinjo Yojimbo behind him looks on edge.
Well, I'm going to approach and I'm going to say that to them.
Okay, what'd you say, sorry?
I said, whoa, before we have anybody cutting anybody's head off.
They both snap their heads towards you a little bit. Not surprised.
I want you to actually explain to me what's happening in my clan's home and my cousin's land and with your 2 stalls that are here before we start swinging weapons that don't need to be drawn.
All right. Let's have you roll a...
This is a non-combat conflict or whatever it is called?
Yeah. I'm not even going to go to the whole point system thing. We'll just make it a simple TN, just for simplicity's sake.
Oh, okay.
You're using your authority as a crane. We'll do fire again. The insight command.
Okay.
Is this a new scene or is it the same scene from before?
It's a different scene.
Okay. Well, his strife will
So if anyone had e-strife, then you may kill it.
No more strife.
We'll say TN2 again.
Okay, well, it was last time then, so
I will assist.
Okay.
And backing him up.
Yes, command.
Authority.
5, 4, 5.
Do you have any command, Mamoru, if you want to assist?
I just have the ring.
Okay.
I get a ring.
Let's see here. What can I get with the socialist skills? With opportunities, because I got.
Did you roll with both of us helping you?
No. Do you guys have command at all?
No, so they're both. You get
right.
2.
Oh,
The ring.
ring. 2 more
Okay.
ring rolls.
okay. Then I'll just do that real fast here. 6 and a 3.
Let's see. What was this? A fire?
Yes.
Yes.
So generically, you can spend an opportunity to just give 2 strife to someone.
Make it worse. Escalate.
Yeah.
Give them.
I want to make them more angry.
Or double the. Or if you spend 2 opportunity, you can use an air or earth for opportunity at double the cost or whatever. So, how much opportunity did you get?
I have, for my own roll for the 545, I got 2 opportunity and explosion strife, and then with your guys helping, I got a 6, which is technically a 3rd opportunity in strife, and a 3, which is a success and a strife.
Right. What did I say? Air and earth. So you could also spend 2 opportunity to learn the demeanor and current strife of someone, or remove 2 strife from someone else, but that's not going to happen. And then there's also then the opportunity. Those are the generic ones that you can do at any time. But then there's also going to be the social. Is this a social we said?
Yes.
Yes, I think it's...
So the social table, whatever that is.
And he gets his advantage triggers as well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. So that means I can, I believe,
You'll remove
Heal
3
3
strife
worth.
even if you keep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you
don't-
remove after after resolving the whole of the check.
right. So any
it-
strife you'll get.
Any strife I'll get will be then removed. So
Yeah. So what is this? Sorry, fire again. Choose another character. You can do 1 strife to someone and reduce the TN of that character's next check by 1. We don't care about that. 2 is you can learn someone's glory.
jeez. Okay, well,
um,
I'm not
any
trying to
can
make that.
affect 1 additional.
I
Oh,
am definitely not trying to cause an outburst when I'm trying to get these.
you can also spend a point to affect more or an additional character for each opportunity you spend.
There you go. You can use it on Neo Jimbo and all that stuff if you wanted.
Do what with what?
Since you can affect multiple characters, you could just have your check apply to like everyone at the scene if you get enough opportunities.
What page is that on? I'm trying to find it. So I can learn.
87 is the
So much stuff you can do.
Oh my god.
there is.
Learn about that character. Sorry, reduce that TN. So what are you saying I could do as well?
There's the any at the top.
Oh,
and then there's
effect
the fire.
check per strive this way. Then, yeah, you know what? To get them to tell me what the hell's going on, because I can only keep 3 though, so I'll just use it to affect.
And the TN was 2, right?
Yes, 2 is the
Yes. So I've got an explosion strife, a success strife, and opportunity. So I'll keep those 3. So I'll roll the next explosion, which is going to be a 1d6, which is a 4.
Which is another
would give me-
explosion strife.
That's actually would equal 3 strife, so I can roll for again another success
Yep.
with the explosion
Yeah.
on that, and then it'll still get canceled out. So I'll just roll again, and I will decide not to keep that one.
Right.
All right.
Which Yojimbo looks the most like they'd be at least to pull them our attention? Like which one looks more ready to jump at the other person?
The Shinjo seems more wary. He has his thumb on the tsuba of his katana and is ready to strike. But the crab, a large hulking woman, Ahita by the looks of her, looks just like she's ready to bash someone's skull in. So she's probably the more likely to act.
Okay, then I wanted to affect her and giving me an answer to things as well, so that her attention is drawn more towards me and not to the.
So
the
basically
scuffle
get
that's going
both the crab to stand down.
Yeah, essentially get both the crab to stand down.
All right, the Yasuki kind of like coughs and and like his Yojimbo looks over to you and kind of like lowers her guard. He says, Kikita-san, my name is Yasuki Mondo. As you probably just heard, I deal in various rice wines, particularly those exported from Friendly Traveler Village. I'm sure you've heard of our sake, yes?
Of course I have. I've even sampled it. It's a fine taste.
Well, this Gaijin-descended barbarian saw fit to destroy my reserves. Do you know how many koku that's worth, Ide-san? The Ide says, I told you already, Mondo-san. I did not destroy your sake. Something else is going on here.
Question, Ide-san.
Hi, Kikita-san.
Who broke your stall?
Well, at first I thought it might have been Mondo. You see, yesterday we got into a bit of an argument, you see. I was appointed a position closer to the entrance of the market, which he seemed to have taken offense with. Lord Cosmoto had granted me this area of the market to set up my kiosk. And Mondo claimed that the area was for him, and I told him he was mistaken. So I believe this might have been vengeance against me for some perceived slight he had, but my line of thought quickly changed when I saw his stall broken as well. And as I said, I've tried to assure him time and time again that my Yojimbo and I have had nothing to do with this. And that
Yasuki-san,
Hi.
is it true what he said yesterday? That you felt slighted that he was given a closer position?
Yes, of course. And he pulls out a document that he has from another Gisuki that says, I've secured you rights to this stall in this place in this city at this time. And this day. And it seems to be, well, you can roll.
Yeah, if I can get a roll to really see if it's legit or not.
That would be trade, maybe void, probably.
Awesome.
I mean, is it, or what was
Determine the authenticity of the document.
That might be under skullduggery, or that might be making one.
Yeah.
Well, if it looks like it's a little bit beyond me, I might actually just hand it over and to good old Bayushi Mamoru and Mamoru, because I know him well enough to know that might be his specialty, as in figuring out documents and not say skullduggery, because I would never imply that he was dishonorable.
What was the other thing we were thinking?
Might be scholar, maybe sense.
Oh yeah, it could be.
It would be that or skullduggery, one of the two, I would think.
Let me look under
Skullduggery, criminal organizations and activities, sales, trading, commerce, sales, trading, and speculation.
Okay, I'll give you skullduggery. That makes sense to me.
Okay.
And we'll go with void.
I'm gonna. Is it possible for me just to immediately look at this and decide that like it's not me, and I can just hand it over to Mamoru? And
Yeah, that's
see if
fine.
he might be... Okay. I'm gonna take the paper and then hand it right over to Bayushi Mamoru. Mamoru, my bad. I keep saying your name wrong.
You said void or?
Yes.
That would be subsisting.
Isn't void usually determining intent? I don't remember.
No.
So in the case of skullduggery, con seems to be more like
Forging something. Probably.
fall under that, or innovate, because innovate is like concocting complex plots, picking an unfamiliar lock, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Which one?
Alright.
Innovate.
Okay.
Oh. Oh wait, no, that might be something else.
Innovate is create a novel, develop a new tool, find a new use for a product or application, expand to new markets.
Air culture is for noticing imperfections about a mon or personal chop to reveal forgery.
Okay, let's do that then, actually.
Okay, then I would keep it.
Air
in that
courtesy?
case.
Air culture.
Oh, air culture.
Okay,
You
so
got
that's-
culture?
I have
culture.
culture. I've got
Okay.
culture, and I've got air up the arse.
Yeah, I don't have any air, so I can assist. Maybe look over your shoulder.
Yeah, you know what? I'll easily hold it up so both of you guys can look over it.
Okay.
We're all magistrates here.
Because I was
supposedly.
assuming that if we think there's
Yeah,
that would be more of something.
Here's a problem I'm noticing with the game already, that you just kind of are incentivized to just assist people constantly so you don't accumulate strife.
Yeah.
This is Obsidian notice number 1, but go ahead and roll.
All right, so then I'll roll the 1d12.
But
I mean, you
think
don't
it has
have to
make
keep any strife, basically.
Yeah.
So I
The
don't
one
know.
guy risks it instead of multiple.
Do either of you have?
It also
culture?
makes sense though, because it has to make sense that you do it. Like, as much as like we could help in this case. I don't have culture, but there
I
might
have
be a
culture.
case where it doesn't make sense.
You get a
for us.
ring and a skill die.
Sweet.
I don't know.
Yeah, I got a 37.
There we go.
Okay, let's see here. So I got a 6, so that's a success in strife. And then, wow, just
I mean,
opportunities everywhere.
Yeah. Holy crap. And one explosion.
And one explosion, yeah.
This was once again a scholar, so you can spend opportunities. Nope, I went too far.
Wait, scholar? I thought this. Oh
Or
yeah.
wait. Or no, sorry, culture. Yeah, culture scholar.
Culture's a
Yes,
scholar,
culture
yeah.
scholar. Yeah, yeah.
So that, and what is this? An error? We said.
Yes.
Error.
Oh yeah, you can spend additional opportunity to discern some fact. Oh, you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm right here. I finally found out where I could get a
Right.
But no, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep.
I will then. What's the TN, by the way? Or is it?
2.
Okay. Wow. So then I need a success, which is going to give me 2 strife, and then an opportunity. But I'll roll the explosion just for the heck of it.
Okay.
So that'll give me the 2, and then I can just roll the 6. So, which would be a 4, which I'm not going to keep.
All right. So what'd you get?
That is 2 successes with 2 strifes, and an opportunity, which I'm going to use for the air.
Okay.
And I want to discern some fact of interest about an individual to whom the check.
Okay. So this is what you figure out about it. The document is more like a statement on the crab's part of intent. It's not legally binding. So the crab has no claim at all. And you think he's probably trying to take advantage of the unicorn's, like, probably less skilled knowledge of law to bully his way into giving him the stall anyways?
And the fact that there's no crane to corroborate,
Exactly.
Yeah.
collaborate,
So,
and listen.
with the opportunity, you get that latter part.
Okay.
But nonetheless, he still has goods damaged.
He does have goods damage, so I will deal with one problem at a time.
They both have a grievance.
Unfortunately, while this letter is certainly a nice endeavor of a friend of yours to give you, it is not legally binding in any shape or form. That said, you still have
He
your...
kind of like bristles a little bit and puffs his chest out.
That said, you still have your damaged goods, which I must admit, if Ide-san here was trying to put you out of business, he would have done a very poor job, seeing as how he put himself out of business too.
Thank you, Kahiya-san. The Ide bows.
That said, you do have damaged goods, and it looks like someone or something potentially either dislikes both of you, which you're unaware of, or something else is going on here.
I suppose is there? Should probably look at what the kind of skill would be to, like, I don't know, look for clues.
All right.
Is there potentially anybody else that you know of that would have wanted either of your spots or hold a potential grudge against either of you two within this city?
They kind of like look at each other and like both kind of shrug a little bit at each other. Not that we know of. And it's about that time that the crowd kind of parts a little bit behind you. You being naturally more just perceptive in general, Mamoru, kind of like hear footsteps behind you. And some Crane Samurai, 4 of them in total, start walking towards the scene of the crime, so to speak. And they kind of look things over. And, Kikita. One of them steps forward, a kind of smaller female with dyed white hair, and she wears her dasho, and you can see like the emblem of the Crane Magistrates on her shoulder, on those of all of her compatriots.
Okay.
Seems you've been keeping things under control, Kikita-san.
Indeed.
We heard there was a commotion going on. What seems to be the problem here?
Well, it seems Yusuke-san had a number of his goods smashed, as well as Ide-san having both his stalls smashed as well. Yusuke-san seems to have taken issue with that upon Ide, and so here we are.
Well, I think
However,
Oh, keep going, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. However, I do not think either of them went about performing these acts themselves. I think it is somebody else.
Yes, that seems to be the most logical conclusion. I would agree. She kind of rubs her chin a little bit. Well, I thank you for diffusing the situation here, Kikita-san, but we will do our duty here from here on out, and we will see that justice is meted out to whoever damaged the honorable crab and unicorn's goods here. She, like, bows respectfully to you.
Do I know where the magistrates would normally be stationed, considering my knowledge on Crane?
You could probably find out pretty easily just asking people.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of. She definitely, I think, would probably. She outstatuses me, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, she's an actual clan magistrate.
Okay,
She's just, like,
so-
slightly above you. Probably, like, 10 points.
Okay, Damn, it's 10 points. That's a whole
or
rank.
a whole rank.
I'm gonna just kind of look back over to the stalls and the individuals, and then back over to her. And should any more events require your assistance, and I am on the spot first, where might I find you?
We have a station on the west end of town.
Was that the only station?
Yes.
Okay. And I will leave you to your duties.
Okay. They nod and get to questioning the some of the samurai from the other clans that aren't involved to see if they saw anyone, and so one of them starts sifting through the broken goods. That you can kind of notice that the Ide has a bunch of weird trinkets and knickknacks, almost stuff you haven't really seen before because now you're a unicorn, but you don't know quite what they are.
Right.
Then I shall ignore them. I don't care.
That gaijin stuff.
It's all
Right.
that weird gaijin stuff. Alright, well then in that case, I'll look to Mamoru and Kaito.
I do whatever the Rokugani equivalent of shrugging my shoulders is.
Yeah, and when you look around, you don't notice any other crane in the marketplace other than them. So apparently, Yumaro didn't make it, or if he did, he
Oh,
left.
right.
Yeah, that's the other thing I was gonna say is we should head to Yumaro.
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
Can I, one of the magistrates who doesn't look as busy as the other ones, or I guess not even, like, is she just a magistrate? Are they all magistrates?
They're all
Or is it, like-
magistrates.
so there's none. Like,
She's just the
none
one who
magistrates.
stepped forward and happened to talk.
Ah, okay. Actually, you know what? I'll pick her brain real fast.
Okay.
What
Yeah,
was her
she-
name again, or did she introduce?
She didn't give you a name.
Okay.
She didn't ask hers either. So, you
Ah,
want to approach her? Go ahead. She's finishes talking to the two samurai and kind of goes over to some of her other men.
Magistrate Sama, I have a question for you.
Hi, forgive my rudeness earlier for not giving my name to you-san. My name is Doji.
Making you think on the spot.
Yeah,
Something with Hime.
yeah.
Yeah.
Haruhime.
Haruhime, there you go.
I would question that name. She took way too long to recall it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm Doji. Haruhime. That means
Like,
spring.
I keep seeing her like look around at
That
different
means-
things. Like
She knows the cherry blossom spring princess. Yes, that's it. But she's like, forgive my rudeness earlier, Kikiya-sama.
Kakita Shinsen.
All right, she's like, yeah. Further questions?
Yes. Where exactly are you? Not on patrols at all?
Oh, yes, we patrol. We're just short-staffed. This is a rather large town, and there's only 5 of us here. But who am I to question the orders of Lady Doji Hotaru?
There's only 5.
Aye, 5 men or 5 crane samurai here to keep the peace, while Fat Lord Kazumoto sits up on his hill and does nothing.
And we know this is massively understaffed.
Yes.
Oh yeah, this would be.
You guys are trained in law. This is a city of like
Right.
1,000 people. They need a
Yeah,
lot more.
I have no understanding of that their size.
Yeah.
And whatnot.
You need a lot more magistrates.
Shinsen just kind of blinks. He's like, there's just a moment where it's like very clearly like,
Yeah. She's like,
how?
I ask myself the same question every day.
But then she goes and does her damn job as a samurai.
I
She's
know,
like,
right?
she kind of like whispers, "It's hard times for our clan. What with the tsunami,
Oh,
threat
yeah, I
of
was
the
gonna say
line
that.
advancing, we're spread thin. We have the most land in the empire, so I understand, but at the same time,
I recognize that fact, but surely there must have been some magistrates already here.
I would have thought so too. Hi, but there wasn't anything established when we got here, at least that we could recognize. I do not know what Lord Kazumoto has done with the city, but we're struggling to keep the peace.
Well, hopefully we can fix that then.
We are courteous and we try to keep people from lashing out at each other and to keep an air of propriety and friendship in this town, but 5 samurai versus 7 different clans. It's quite the task.
Well, you're doing a good job so far, I suppose.
Thank you.
Did the broken stalls? Did they say one was broken yesterday, or were they both just broken?
They found them broken this morning.
Oh, okay.
Either they both sent people at 2 different times of the night to break each
Right.
other's stalls.
Which would just be funny.
Which
I
would be
guess
very
That
funny.
means one of them would be like,
While he's talking,
Damn it.
I want to look for like tracks, I guess, and stuff.
Okay. That would be
I assume
survival.
it's Probably.
survival.
Also, by the way, there's a little like, or I guess you call them sidebars, but it's at the bottom of the page. On page 95, it's got a whole thing about the art of investigation.
Yeah, I have that
explaining
cut
how-
out.
Okay, yeah. There's also a oh shoot, I just went away from it. There's a in the thing, the module or whatever that they include, they have like a scene where it's got like I guess basically what they're going for when it comes to like noticing things about a scene
Gotcha.
or like investigation on page 207. It even has ideas for custom uses of opportunity. But
So, survival survival airing is for tracking people and animals in the wild. I don't know.
Mm.
I mean, it's just as wild as opposed to nothing really specifically says in a city.
Are we
Right.
truly not wild in the place we go?
I mean,
No, we're
this-
So
samurai.
probably water. I would assume water, probably.
Yeah. So, but do we just want to go with survival anyway?
Yeah, survival.
All right. I don't think I have that though. Anyway, so it doesn't matter.
So give me a
I
straight
got water though. Yeah.
Turns
We'll say T and like what kind of tracks particular are you looking for? Because there's a lot here.
Like,
Because people come through the market. It's fairly well traveled.
Look for
I
tracks
guess-
that look like they belong to somebody who would break and smash stalls.
I guess I'm looking for ones that were probably, like fleeing, I guess, or maybe running from.
Hurried.
the-
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, hurried tracks, like probably
Okay.
larger.
We'll
gauge.
say T and 2.
All right.
Definitely, I would definitely say hurry tracks because it's not exactly quiet to break a stall down.
Right.
Yeah.
Let
I
alone
just
two of
typed
them.
water into the rolling thing because I was distracted. Can't just tell it roll water.
It'd be great if it actually.
All right, let's see. 2, that's a success. 3, that's a success with strife, and 5 is an opportunity.
And you're
So-
doing what?
So keep them all.
I don't actually, probably, but I need to double check. Oh yeah. I want to double check what.
You could notice a seemingly unrelated lead to the environment that offers an avenue to pursue with an opportunity.
Oh, is that really water for?
Yeah, that's literally water.
Then yeah, we'll go with that opportunity.
All right. What was it? Read again, Meta.
Notice a seemingly unrelated lead in the environment that offers an avenue to pursue.
Okay.
That is what
You
opportunity does.
you pick out the hurried tracks, and
right.
they lead out of the front of the market, and just go into town from what you can see right now. So you basically have to like leave to follow them.
Right. I guess I will just whenever Kakita-sama is ready, I'll say we should follow these.
Yeah.
No, there's nothing else to say. He'll bid her adieu and then turn back over to you and Mamoru.
I
Okay.
assume Mamoru is ready, or just standing around.
Yep,
Yep.
All right.
pretty much.
They keep about their business.
I'm
So
gonna,
polite.
point out these tracks and say we should see where these go.
Okay.
Good eye.
All right. They take you east through the city and out towards the outskirts of it. You can tell they've been here a few hours now. They're almost somewhat faded over in the dirt and stuff, but just the hurried nature of them makes them still somewhat visible, and even still sets them apart from the other just average gait, like walking pace
Right.
people doing their business through the town. And it leads you out, and they go up a hill towards the woods that are on the outskirts of town.
Welp. That's not ominous.
Yeah, not ominous at all. You can I'll make a Earth. A scholar roll would be recall to recall some information about these woods. Let's go.
Would that be for everybody or just?
I'll give it to everybody or whoever wants to do it if you want to assist each other. Probably
That'd be
culture. I'll give you theology as well, actually.
I'll take theology.
All right. Let's do theology.
I'll-
Theology makes more sense.
I will assist you.
What is this, Earth?
Yes, Earth, to recall a piece of information
Or I'll assist. Wait, no, I can't assist.
that you might have heard about these woods. That they're haunted,
assist.
spooky, scary Halloween woods.
I don't know if I can assist in recalling.
I don't know if that
Yeah.
would be an assist type thing.
Yeah. I was gonna say I was gonna try to assist, but if you're doing
Right.
I think you
Like-
can.
Well,
Assist them
I
in
mean,
calling
it's probably
them
up to
out,
the DM, but like, how would you
Yeah.
assist with someone remembering something?
I give you. I just
You
rub
just
your
go,
shoulders.
"Huh,
and say, "You can do this, man.
there's
You can
something
remember."
about these woods that I remember.
I mean, well, I'll take it if that's what you want.
Let me read
If
this.
you-
Let me read this rules and make sure.
Yeah, let's make sure.
So I don't.
because
I don't want to like
Yeah.
like cheat you out of it if you can.
Yeah. Well,
So-
I mean, it's
so-
sort of like in D&D. I know it's generally like the DM can be like, oh, decide on what you can actually assist with. So.
Yeah.
Because otherwise,
Yeah,
then
you
you
could
do
say,
like assisting with everything.
It's like a character uses recall when they want to remember and recite information.
So, is there any special syntax for rolling multiple types of die, or is it just what?
It's roll
During downtime activities or
XD6
conflict
plus
scenes
XD6.
is when you can do so, which goes into detail on page 151. So let's go to 152.
Sorry. Go again, Tats.
It's / roll XD6 plus XD.
Okay, so
12.
plus.
And no spaces, just one
Yeah.
hole.
All right.
Yeah, I'll say
we'll just-
no because I don't think it makes sense really either.
Right. Okay. So you guys can do your own, but
I'll
what was the TN?
We'll say 2 as well.
All right. That seems to be the most common, especially
Yeah.
at early levels.
Nothing particularly hard as of yet.
Right. So success with strife. 9 is an explosion with strife, and 11 is an opportunity. I gotta double check some stuff.
What skill group are you using?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna check.
Scholar you're using?
Theology. So is that scholar?
Yes.
Yes, that'd be thoroughly review a topic in your mind to discern whether there is information left to be gained from it or not.
Or I could reduce
Yeah.
the TN of someone else's.
On
the
reduce
any.
the NC of the next friendly characters check this scene.
Right, and then the
That's not
generic
bad.
stuff is if I failed, or I can remove someone else's strife. Does anyone else have strife? Or you're all
Ed
good?
does.
Probably.
I have strife on me.
Yeah,
Just
has,
one
he
or
has
two?
2.
2.
Oh. I will use. Do I have any?
No, no one else has
Okay.
strife right now.
All
Is
right,
that
I'll
just
use
a
the
s-
opportunity to burn Meta's 2 strife. and
Okay.
then I
Is
will-
that just is that a technique that you have or?
No, it's the generic ones on page 18.
Oh, wow.
Okay, you burned some strife off of them.
Um,
I didn't know they had generic ones.
And did you get your 2 successes?
sorry, I was got distracted again. I got 1, and then I think I got an explosion.
Yeah, I see 2 successes right there.
9.
Explosion right
So
there.
yeah, so I'm gonna keep the normal, the explosion with strife, and then the opportunity, and so now I roll my explosion. That is a 4, so just another normal success.
Okay, so you get it.
Yeah.
You take 1 strife, correct?
Yep.
All right, cool.
And then I'll remove my 2, I guess.
Yep, I got them for you.
Oh,
All right.
no, I'm keeping a track of my sheet.
Oh,
too,
okay,
so-
gotcha. All right, cool. Okay, yeah, you know that within the woods, they're not like particularly haunted or anything like that, or anything like overly supernatural going on with them. But there is a temple to, like, not a temple, but like a small shrine to Daikoku that a few monks run.
Oh. Hold on. Okay. I mean, I guess we'll continue following the tracks,
Okay.
if possible. See if they go near the shrine. I guess see if they're connected or whatnot.
Okay. No, you don't really come into contact with the shrine or anything.
Right.
But you do eventually. You follow them. It leads you into like a thick brush, and
I have
like-
this feeling.
you see like a parted leaves and stuff, and you find like a cache of stolen goods.
Oh.
Whoa.
Some jewelry, very exquisite jewelry, and bottles of friendly traveler sake.
Huh. Thankfully, we are honorable samurai and not murder hobos who would just take this for ourselves.
Call about yourself. I stab him.
It seems like we found one less bottle of sake than what was recorded was missing, right?
No.
No.
Well, we don't know how much was missing, right? Could have all been
Yeah.
smashed.
They think it's all been smashed, so we could technically walk away with all of it.
So we will return it.
But we are not those kind of people. We're actually good players.
Um,
I do have disdain for sincerity.
and, I mean, I don't know if that's being sincere. It is
In
the
either
least.
case,
It is the least. It's the one that Phoenix care about the least. At least. Sincerity.
I would say we best return. If nothing else, if we do some good around town, it might just get back to the Lord, and we might finally get that opportunity to meet them, or Toji Umero-sama.
Plus, I mean, being on the good side of the local magistrates is also good.
It wouldn't hurt to have the
As
The
small a
thanks
force
of-
as they are.
yes, and it wouldn't hurt to have the thanks of an Ide merchant or a Yasuki merchant.
I guess there's probably. I mean, I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like too much for the three of you to even carry by yourselves.
Right.
There's like crates and crates and crates of this stuff.
Good.
Oh wow.
It'd take you guys at least like probably 3 trips with each of you like carrying as much as you could, not wearing yourselves out.
Do you both want to just stay here, and I will go and fetch authorities to properly return these goods?
Yeah, definitely. We need to let the magistrates know about this.
All right, then I will go on ahead and
Split the party.
Yeah.
yeah.
Don't you
well,
know you never split the party? Clerics in
It's
the
the only way to
back.
make sense. It's the only way to make sense, though, so that in case the thief would be thief. Well, I mean, they're not really going to be able to just carry it all off either.
Right. It's too big. We could all go and come back real quick. But...
Yeah.
We'll just you watch. That's when they turn up with like carts in there.
And suddenly net trap.
Maybe that's why they're not there. Yeah.
Yeah, it would happen, wouldn't it? All right, then we can go back and we will immediately grab a hold of the magistrates and say, "Hey, we found a lot of stolen goods."
Okay. So all of you go together?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Sure.
Okay.
Unless, correct me if I'm wrong, guys.
All right. You go back. You find Haruhime. She's like, okay, excellent work. Even though we kind of asked you to let us handle it, but that's fine. We're short-staffed,
Sorry.
so...
We were looking for someone we were supposed to meet in the market.
Oh,
And we just happened to come across it while searching for them.
well, it's all right. All right, let's go get those stolen goods then. Please lead the way.
Right.
Right. We take them over to the area.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. You lead them to the stolen goods.
Yep.
They kind of like look over them, shake their heads, and draw their swords.
Yeah, I figured it. I knew it. I knew it. As soon as we brought them over, I was like, I know this is bad.
Yeah. If I weren't such an honorable samurai about
you
knowing.
you should have minded your own business, is what Haruhime
Right.
said.
I was gonna tell the scorpion to flank around.
There are 4 of them to your 3.